Hello, fellow developers. We are Team PDX Cha, and we created Tamagotchi, or Plantigotchi. Next slide, please. 90% of several species of bees in the U.S. have disappeared since the 1990s. Next slide. If they go, it will drastically affect agriculture, including really changing our diets. And so we designed Plantigotchi with plants in mind. It tracks water consumption and keeps bee-friendly plants alive. We are not coders. We are not farmers, but we are coders. Next slide, please. And can we move to the demo?
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Do you want the camera?
what our device is doing, yeah, actually, if we could switch to the camera, that'd be great.
How do we switch the camera?
Oh, okay. Oh, sure. So what our device is doing is it's monitoring the amount of moisture in the soil. So we have two probes that look a lot like spoons, and they are measuring the amount of soil or amount of moisture in the little cup. And that reading gets sent back to our server, and it determines whether or not more water is needed to keep that plant alive. If more water is needed, then our little servo will rotate and put a tiny amount of water from that reservoir with the googly eyes, feeding the plant. Would you like to talk more about the sensors?
Oh yeah. So we tried to replicate like the SparkFun moisture sensor that's like made for sensing moisture using the two spoons. You just needed two metal objects, and then we sort of like recreated the circuit using that. And we're basically testing the current that's coming into the Feather Huzzah versus one that's just being grounded, and seeing whether, depending on how dry or wet it is, you're going to get a different number between like close to 10, which is very dry, to up to the maximum, which is 1,024, being very wet. And so that way you can sort of tell where it's at.
Maybe just a couple of challenges or things we faced. We originally were going to dump a cup of water, but we decided that giving a little bit of water might not kill the saving plant at the same time. Yeah, we had a ton of fun doing it. Any last comments? No?
We had,
Yeah.
you want to do it or you want to do it?
Go ahead. Please go.
So we had a ton of future implementations that were kind of stretch goals that we wanted to do. We were trying to write an API so we could store the results in a database. We could have a user dashboard that would just track your plants. We're going to have user accounts so that you could log in, save your plants, assign them a range based on the species, and then we were going to do some really beautiful metrics visualization with our stored data, and we could track that, per person or per region. Am I missing something? Oh, in our dashboard. We ran out of time on our dashboard itself.